I'm not the type of person that sound like Al Stewart. I'm not the type of person that lives in the past. No, Amy used to say that to me all the time, but that wasn't true. It's not true. No, I don't. I don't. She called me Uncle Rico from freaking what's the name of that? Worst day of my life. What do you think? Napoleon Dynamite. Right? I was like, nah, I ain't like that. She would talk about her past thing, then I would share things with her, and then it was she was interesting. She's an interesting kid. But the thing, I watched that last one. A lot of people, she was terrible to you, and also I understand. I understand my surveillance. I understand my study by the Pentagon, and I understand. Okay. I understand what a good person I am. But the thing about it is this: I understand. Amy's almost 14 years younger than me, and I already told you guys about the thing with the technology and the brain damage it causes on people to manipulate them into a certain pattern of behavior to maintain the status quo for the wealthy and their scientists. Okay, so, and what about people born in 1969 or 1970? Okay, they should have better brain activity than Amy. Stephanie is born in 69. Stephanie was also in very difficult situations, psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. It is very hard on her. Okay. I know, I lived, okay, you get people with this, I know, and you say it's wrong to wish good things for bad people and stuff. Stephanie survived bad situations and then she'd check out, okay, because of the abuse, and then she was abused when she married me by the Pentagon, okay? What's other women's born in 1969's excuse? I don't want to fucking hear it, okay? And same with Amy, okay? Amy was raised by Snoop Dogg and Ice-T and Howard Stern and Luther Campbell and all that shit, okay, which is cool and hip and everybody does it. And then she ended up with a guy whose values are far exceed Luther Campbell's, which isn't hard to do. You can find any derelict, you see what I'm saying? So you're like sitting there, you get these people and they start going in. And the other thing that's interesting is when you sit and watch people and their reaction to me, people around town, most of them are really cool. Every once in a while you'll get a dumbass who's kind of arrogant. I'll run into him, and that's like Rockefeller saying, see, I know there's always dumbasses. But I explain and explain and explain and explain. Okay. If you met, Clint Eastwood or Rock Johnson here in town, or Bruce Willis, or Chris Hemsworth or Kevin Hart here in Cruces, right? How would you treat him? Wouldn't you say, hey, the Messiah lives here? He took on Fort Huachuca, and right when he took him on, they did it with human trafficking and genocidal operations through genome sequencing, which was bad. And he took it on without fear. And then they abused the hell out of him, manipulated his mind, and he still kicked their ass. Okay? And then when he meets us, he treats us like we're family and says, we can step up and do this all together. Yeah. Okay? And he doesn't ask us for billions of dollars so we can sit there, what do your kids think of your next latest $1 million project movie to keep everybody distracted, dress them up in old clothes and stroke your fucking ego? Yeah, somebody's going to get that feeling to it or something. Tyler Sheridan's a pussy, guys. If you met him, you should walk up. Why are you such a pussy, and why can't you stand up for the Lord's Prayer with our King Earl? King Earl, that'll do. King Earl. I think what happened with a lot of them is they looked at old documentation, and you shouldn't look at the old documentation because it says in the Quran it gets done, in all the documents it does. You should talk to the person who's the source of the inspiration for the communications. They should have talked to me. They should have took me and said, hey, what do you think? And then I tried to explain to them, but it's hard because you have so much, no, it has to be this part of the book. No, it has to be, it's like, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And half the shit is make up. It's make believe. So I'm like shooting in the dark. And then when I talk to people, it's like, they're not talking to me. Why? Because they don't know who I am, or not everybody has access to the book of Revelation and knows who Earl is, the son of in the past. Okay? So there are some people in the past I can't talk to because they don't know who I am. So I'm like sitting there going, hey, it's me. I'm the guy like, Adam Moses, David. Okay. Hey, future. That's not part of their culture. That's not part of their stories. It's not part of their traditions. Okay. So there's going to be what they perceive as inconsistencies. It's not. It makes it very consistent. It makes it intelligent. It makes it ascertainable, applicable. Okay. So I want you guys to get off my Steffi and my Amy. Okay, and Law too. Okay, and Rocky too. It was hard. Rocky was conditioned wrong, and she tried to step outside of that and have a relationship with a white guy that treated her better than all the black guys that fucked her over that her mom wanted her to be with. It was just very difficult, and it's difficult for her to come to terms with it now. So you get off my Rocky, you get off my Steffi, you get off my Law, and you get off my, oh, they were this and that. I know, they were bad to me. I get it, and I was nothing but good to them. I get that. I didn't please you, but the good Lord knows I tried. Well, it just so happens the good Lord is named Earl, and it's me, and this got studied by all the science project assholes that won't come up and say, hey, he's a way better guy than we are. Why are we still fucking people in that for money? We suck so bad. We know. And Squidward. Okay. Get your first dollar and hang it on the wall. All right.